So this came out today, and I actually listened to it today. Right? This is the range for Big Finish right now. Once and Future. It's their big anniversary one. So how many episodes is this? This is the 5th one. So yeah, the first one was Tom Baker mixed with the Gemma Redgrave unit. And no, there's no unit spin-off. She knows nothing of it, and I doubt they have any money for any spin-offs at all. Right, so that was the first one. The second one was Peter Davison and his daughter, which I thought was kind of cute, like searching for some kind of art clue. Then the third one, I believe, was Sylvester McCoy and Davros in the middle of the Time War. That was awesome, right? That was really, really good. And then you had a Colin Baker one was the last one. And weirdly now, you got a David Tennant one. So the basic idea is the War Doctor's been hit with some kind of weird weapon. And we only find out this week, right, in this episode, that it's changing their clothes as well, right? They're warping between different doctors. That's a piece of information we really should have got on the first release, right? We really have to, because then it means it's not a degeneration weapon. It means it's a some kind of like temporal weapon sending the Doctor up and down his timeline. It's like very different. But the basic premise is it's a anniversary romp, and as an anniversary romp, it succeeds very well. In every episode, they're all standalone, firstly, and they just mix together lots of bits of Doctor Who that you would always want to see mixed together. So this is the Paternoster gang, Missy, 10th Doctor meetup that you never saw and always wanted. And it delivers on that, really. Because why? It's a frothy anniversary adventure. The cover is a bit weak, right? Because they're also in is fused inside H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. So starts off, you have Stephen Noonan's Doctor as the first Doctor, and his take on the first Doctor is freaking perfect. It gets better literally every time you hear it. So him as the opening Doctor, I think was excellent. And they arrive in this like apocalyptic Victorian London. And he's trying to work out what's going on because he should be on Planetoid 50, right? He has no idea what's going on. And you have like, H.G. Wells' war machines like striding across London, destroying everything. Also, you have in this, you have Missy has Jenny hypnotized and has therefore Madame Vastra under her thrall. Meanwhile, Strax is somewhere in the rubble of London. And basically all those plot strands need to come together, and they do, to work out what's going on. Yeah, listen, this works on every level. This is exactly what you would expect. So it's weird because trying to imagine these ones have been interesting because there's nothing you've seen on TV to latch your mind to. So this feels like a very expensive Christmas special, right? There's a really good crowd-pleasing scene where the 10th Doctor meets Madame Vastra, and they as she saves them from a Martian war machine, like that big eye. His interplay with Strax is perfect. His interplay with Missy is good as well. I mean, look, Missy was really made for Capaldi's Doctor, right? So it works, but like the character of the Master has to be a reflection, a black mirror of the Doctor. Yeah, and that's always really been the case. Even I would say the Anthony Amy Doctor to Peter Davison, which I didn't think they thought about that. But you had like the desiccated Doctor with Tom Baker, the very gothic horror. You had the very suave Bond villain opposite John Pertwee Bond. Then you had the bonkers John Sim Doctor, young, sparky. That again, it was a very dark mirror image of David Tennant. So the big question is, how is he a future Doctor, right? Because this is the War Doctor's been hit with this weapon. And again, so as the clothes are changing, and we really should have known about this more than 5 freaking episodes in, but because the clothes are changing, it must be some kind of temporal event rather than some kind of like degeneration event. But yeah, listen, look, if you like the Paternoster Gang, which I'm not a huge fan of, right, and you like Missy, who I like more than Paternoster Gang, and you like the 10th Doctor, you're going to like this. It's actually one of Tennant's best performances as the 10th Doctor I've heard in a long time. Better than most of his other releases. There, let's listen to the trailer. 1 second. Doink. It is over here. Where did I put it? Once and Future.
No one would have believed in the last years of the 19th century that this world was being watched keenly and closely by intelligence.
At the end, he turns into the 3rd Doctor, played by Tim Treloar.
Is greater than man's, and yet as mortal as his own.
Hey! What's that tripod doing with my ship?
Doctor, it's the Martians!
One of the other things I wasn't so on board with for this story, you have this new character, and honestly, this series doesn't lend itself well to new characters. It's much more about the old characters. Man, they only had a small cast. It is Hannah Jenny Suis as Jessamy Moore. So she is like the Earthstat's companion of the piece.
TARDIS! Somebody's meddling, interfering with the established order of space and time.
I'm reconsidering my opinion of you, Vastra.
I had no choice. She has my wife.
For the last time, who is she?
Mistress, the alarm has been triggered.
Use my special name?
Are you from Mars?
How dare you? I am from Sonta.
Yeah, it's like, again, it's just all the people you always wanted to meet up together.
What do you want?
Conquest, ultimate power, dominion over everything,
Well, you'd know about that, wouldn't you? It's all you ever do. What could you possibly want from this?
A distraction. It just went too far this time. Yeah.
And what about the people? You messed up their minds.
Great art means a few broken brushes.
I don't want to spoil the story, but it is kind of a cute idea of what the Master's been doing.
Right?
Missy, whatever.
Those machines are chock full of Time Lord technology.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I really am dreadfully confused.
Yeah, it's definitely that sort of a day.
Let's live dangerously.
I just feel it should have been some kind of character that we've known before. Maybe Eve Miles as that. Did she survive her episode, the Unquiet Dead? I think she did.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
So yeah, look, like all of this range, I'm going to say it's a recommend because it is, right? It is, and yeah, I've been enjoying all of them. Yeah, 1 second. Let's see what the. What's the next one? The next one is the Christopher Eccleston, David Warner one. The only drawback is I really don't like the Luminae and Liv Schenker, right? Both and this cover is pants. This cover is really uninspiring. That one's better. And the Union, do we know who that's also coming out next month? That's October, right? We're gonna say that's also coming out next month, but we don't know who that is yet. Oh, so they mentioned the Union in this episode, right? So is there one for November as well? Let's have a look. No, so the next one is next year. Fine. So and we don't know who's in the Union and who's in where it's going. So I don't know. Look, listen, I think this cover is way better, by the way, than the this one, which is turgid, right? Absolutely turgid. Also listening to this, where am I up to? Luther Arkwright. As I said, one disc in, pretty much excellent, right? I've really, really, really enjoyed this so far. I will be listening to the second disc today. 1625, I think is fair value for this. I really do. And the first one, oh my God, is like cheap as chips. But the first one, 374. Yes. So worth it, right? So worth it. These are excellent, excellent stories. Very layered, very adult science fiction. one of the best adaptations, right? My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.